So as far as your following, we talked about doing variations that match the type of pattern that you're getting led in. So for example, if they read a basic pattern, then you're just going to do a basic variation, which are the ones that you and I have continued to talk about. Levels, angles, the 3 F's, so foot placement, throwing feet off of the floor. Things like that are very independent and they go well with basic patterns. Now we talked about recognizing what counts as a setup and what counts as space, meaning that the leader wants you to do a bigger variation. So for example, as a leader, if I make the connection higher, wider, or lighter, meaning neutral connection, if it's more than normal, then that means I'm trying to give you space. So we talked about going 1, 2. Normally on that pattern, you would just do a level change in a shape. 1, 2, you'd be here, which counts as a fill. But because they're giving you a lot of space, I want you to do something else. So compounding your variations, maybe picking your foot up off the floor. So 1, 2, this could be 3, 4, 5, 6 as an option. Gives you some more play. Same thing with rainbow. So if they go boom, boom, that's a lot higher and wider than normal. That would be a bigger variation, 4, 5, and 6 to then come out. Whereas sometimes it felt like you would go, they gave you a lot of space and you would just do a level change, which again, counts as a fill, it's just not the best fill for the amount of space that you get.
Okay.
Then we talked about your tricks. When you do tricks, you can start playing with different foot positions. So when you did the dip, instead of keeping the foot on the floor, really like you picked it up, you can also bring the knee up. There's a lot of different options for you in the moment, and then kind of coming out for your exit.
Got it.
Then transitioning into the leading, we talked about you controlling space on count 4. This is more long term. Going 1, 2, 3, and posting on 4, thinking my arm doesn't go past my body. It stays at a 90-degree angle. Then I anchor and I step back. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. We're building resistance on that 4. Most of the time we're going to go 4, 5, and 6, and then go 1. Which made it quick you were using head weight to lean on 1, or you were using your arm, even though the connection felt good.
Got it.
Then we talked about you leading more open-ended. So now, same thing I told you in your following applies in your leading. Making sure that you're giving the follower space and opportunity. So we talked about going 1, lead on the 2, let them finish it on the 3. Whereas you would go 1, 2, and lead them through the 3, which is more controlling versus open-ended. Same thing if you do like a slingshot. Watch them for what they're going to do, then match them.
Okay.
If they don't do anything, you have a backup plan. So if I look, they don't do anything, then I'm like, cool, we'll do this.
All right.
And you lead out to then finish it. Another one I taught you was the open whip. So going 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to lift your right hand to do a turn. That gives them space. Thought, thought, thought. Just know some followers aren't going to take the space. So sometimes they're going to want to do something, sometimes they're not. Regardless, you should still always be leading open-ended.
Okay.
Last thing that we touched on was making sure that the rib cage idea, I think that your dance assist helped film some of it, but thinking about your rib cage, I feel a stretch in the oblique. I feel a lot of tension here. So when I go to strike my foot, the rib cage goes, then I shift, rib cage goes, rib cage, same thing back, go oblique, oblique, oblique. That's long term. Short term quality, we talked about expansion on the 2, 1, expand, relax 3, and angle 4, angle, angle, angle. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Makes it look like I'm incorporating more upper body. That is directly applicable in leading. I didn't tell you this, but it is directly applicable. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6 is how you're going to get more quality in your lead.
Got it.